You're listening to the Amazon Gorillas Cast, navigating you through the seller's jungle. Flying high over the jungle canopy on a borrowed Amazon drone, dropping bananas like bombs in the Amazon jungle. So here's the big banana of the jungle, Rob Fortney. Welcome to the jungle, gorillas.
Welcome to the Gorillas training videos. Go ahead and grab a piece of paper so you can jot down some notes. While you do, let me quickly tell you who the Gorillas are. The Gorillas are a group of Amazon business owners that share knowledge, support, and resources with each other. We've been meeting weekly online, helping each other launch products for more than 18 months. It's an incredible way for everyone to get answers to the problems they have and learn from each other. This Gorillas training is from one of those meetings. From time to time, we allow people that are happy and excited and certainly have to be motivated to start their business to join our group. There's no experience level required, which makes it a great opportunity for new sellers. If you're serious about starting your business or growing your business, you may be a great fit. Click the link below and tell us a little bit about yourself. I'll send you an invite so we can meet up and talk about your business goals and search for a product together. Let's get this training going today. I think you're going to find the information in this Gorillas workshop interesting and valuable.
And what we're going to be covering is searching for products on Aliexpress and then jumping over to Alibaba to see if we can find that same product. And once we get into that, I'll explain why we're looking at those two different systems for sourcing products.
And then also, I want to show with people a strategy that I've been trying to employ to really find some more unique things. And I'll show everybody that after you do your deal. So I'm going to show you some ways in which on Alibaba, just in general, how you can kind of reverse engineer some stuff. So that's what we'll do after that.
Cool.
So we want to be able to give everybody multiple ways in which you can look for products, because there's not just one, So, there's multiple ways in which you can find a product. There's no way that says this is the absolute right. The bottom line is, I don't care how you find it. If you're walking through Walmart one day and you find something you like and you think it's unique enough and you can find different variation and do that, well, then that's what you do. There's no that's half the way. The only thing that I'm telling you that I tell people over and over and over again is get yourself under 100 competitors if you can. That's the ideal number. If you get under 100, that's really the number. Can you go up to 200? Yes. I'm not discouraging you that you can't do that, but I would suggest just stay under 100, especially with your first product. The lower the better. So under 100, shoot for under 100 competitors. All right, Paul, let's just talk about how you're going to get a product, and we're going to jump over between the two.
All righty. So as opposed to spending time trying to search for a product, because we've done that over the last 2 weeks, we spent an hour sort of searching through how to find a product. I'm just going to pull up a product that's we've had a look up in the past. Now, the numbers change, and the numbers change fairly frequently with respect to products. When you search for a product, one day it might look really cool. You come back to it a couple of months later, and the arena's changed totally. And this is one of those products. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead with this. I'm not saying this is a perfect product, but I'm just going to use this product as an example for searching for, as in sourcing. All right. So just bear that in mind. So I'm just going to take the screen and let me know when you can see that. Give me the thumbs up, somebody.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. All righty. We're away. So, okay then. Now, probably about a year ago, we've done quite a lot of sort of let's find a product. We come up with seat back protectors. Okay. Now these go on the driver's seat on the back. So when you've got your kids in the back seat and they're kicking, right, or whatever the case may be, they're protecting the back of the driver's seats and the passenger seat. All right. So seat back protectors. Okay. So we'll just sort of pretend this is a reasonable product, and we want to go and do some further investigation. And the first place I want to be looking for that is Aliexpress. Okay. So as you can see, I just want to have a look down this page to start with to see what styles are available. Because we've got one here with some organizer, and these up here just look like flat standard just protectors. Now, if you look at the pricing, that's a set of 2, the 16. Don't forget, we said don't try and sell products for 17 or above. This duo set here is 20. That's a sponsor that. 14 is a bit low, but they look a bit basic. This guy here, very basic, very low, $8.99 or $8.88. Maybe he's doing a special promo sale on that price. $15.97 for 2. These are a bit low, but once you get down here, 16. All right, so we need to be a little bit creative on the price. But you can see we've got various different styles with respect to flat or semi-organizer style products. We've got one here for your iPad or tablet for the kids to watch. So we need some idea of what we're searching for. Okay, so I'm just getting an idea of what's out there, what the different style is. So once we jump into Aliexpress, we can have a look at the different styles that are available. Now, maybe we put a pack together that's 2 of these and one of these seat protectors. I've noticed up here, one of the kids, or car seat protector. Maybe put sort of a bundle together like that. I don't know. But anyway, these are the different type of styles of product that we're looking for. So let's jump over to Aliexpress and let's have a look. Okay, so I've already opened up Aliexpress. If you haven't got an account, it's very, very easy. You just sign up for an account. It's free. And just fill in your details and away you go. So you can see I'm already signed in here. Hello, Paul, or hi, Paul. And this is the front page of Aliexpress. Okay, and they've got a search term bar here. So I'm just going to put back in the search term that we're looking for. Now over here again, back on Amazon, it's seat back protector, seat organizer. So I'm going to start off with seat back protector. Right, if I could spell that, it's not going to come up with anything like that. Seat back protector. Let's see what the results are. So I'll wait for that to finish loading. Okay, we're now looking good. All right. So you can see now that I've got some products showing, and I've also got what they call e-packet, and I've got some other analytical products showing down here, as in the stars or whatever. That's just a Chrome extension I've got showing on there. But if we scroll down, we can see a number of these. And I just want to highlight to you what to look for. Okay, so ignore the products for the moment. I want to find myself a good seller.
Hey, Paul.
All right. Yes, go ahead.
So one of the things that I want to make sure, because what's going to happen is some of the times you're going to think, oh my gosh, this is super expensive. It's more expensive than it is on Amazon. So first realize that this is a site that is really a retail site in China. I mean, it's very similar to Amazon, but there are people on here, and there are lots of people on here who sell in bulk to America. So they're wholesalers, basically, ultimately. They're usually not even trading companies. There are some trading companies. There are definitely some wholesalers. And then there are retail people on here. And so this is just a way to source. This is not the end-all, be-all game, but this is just one way to source and how you can do this. So that I just want to make sure everyone knows it, because sometimes you're going to see some things and go, oh, it takes a little bit of work. You kind of go through this, but we're going to go to there's 3 areas I'm going to show you today that we all like to use. And the reason we're using these is we can get sourced and ready to go right away. Meaning the idea is to get up a product up and going. Now, this isn't the product I suggest that you start out with. I mean, that you maybe do long.
All right, well, Rob comes back. Basically what we're saying is, like, don't necessarily start out with this product. We're just using this as an example on how to source. And he's right. Aliexpress is not the cheapest supplier source out there at all. But it's very quick and it's very convenient, simply because you can order volume of one. You can buy one off, you can buy 5 off, 10 off. And in fact, we've had people in the group that have had great success starting off buying products from Aliexpress, buying a volume of 50, I think they started off with. That product sold out. They then reinvested that money and bought 100. They sold out, and they switched over to Alibaba, which is what we're going to do later on, where they were buying bulk orders of 500, and they've just grown their business to the point where they're expanded out into Japan and potentially out into Europe by now. And they started off on a very, very small budget, purchasing products from AliExpress. So let's have a look at some of these. Now, there's a number of different sort of buttons at the top here. Don't worry about too much of these, but the ones I like to sort by is orders. Okay, so I should just press orders. Now, what that's going to do is sort out the suppliers that have had the biggest amount of orders first. Okay, because I want to be purchasing my products from a reputable seller and one that's got a little bit of history. Yeah, so we should go and have a look down here, and you'll be able to see what I mean. So this particular seller, I'm not saying this is sort of the ideal product, but I just want to show you what the seller orders like. The product is $193. It's free shipping, but I'll cover the shipping in a minute. But it's got 5 stars and 2,164 feedback. Okay, out of a total of 3,587 orders. This supplier is, in my opinion, potentially quite a good seller, simply because they've got a lot of history, they've got a lot of feedback, they've got the 4 diamonds down here, and if you hover over that, you can see that the seller's feedback rating is 8,802 and 85.3% positive. This gives me a nice warm fuzzy feeling with respect to if I order products from this particular supplier, I'm going to be pretty okay. Okay, whereas down further later on, if we come across a seller that's got 0 orders, 0 feedback, or 2 orders and 1 feedback, and that's like a 4-star, that's the type of seller I do not want to be doing business with, simply because they've got no history, they've got nothing to give me that warm, comfortable feeling about, whereas these guys at the top here have. So that's why I always order or sort by orders to start with when it comes to AliExpress. Now, I'm just going to go into this one quickly, just to explain a little bit more about what I mean by free shipping and everything like this. You'll be able to see it's got free shipping on there. So free shipping to United States, but estimated time is 20 to 38 days. All right. Now, if you notice back over here, it's got e-packet. All right. Let me explain what e-packet is. E-packet is the Chinese Postal Service have made a deal with United States Postal Service and said, okay, we send a lot of products over to America. Let's hook up and sort something out, because we've got a lot of customers in China that want to deal with the United States and send products that way. And that's what they've done. And they call this an e-packet. So let's go and have a look at what this e-packet is. Now, on this particular product, it's got free shipping to United States via seller's shipping method. In other words, they would just throw it in the China post and good luck. And you'll get it. It may take a couple of months. You know, I ordered something and it took, bearing in mind, I'm in the Philippines, which if I've got a strong arm, I can throw a stone over to China. It took 2 months, all right, to get it to the Philippines. Right, but if I use this little click down box here, yeah, it's going to show me my options, my shipping options. Now, the seller's method is free shipping, tracking number not available, China post, 20 to 39 days. Singapore, 45 days. Sun Yu, 50 days. Not interested. Thank you very much. E-packet, 12 to 20 days. It's going to cost me an extra $146, right, per item. Okay, so I just click that. You can get it quicker, but it's going to cost you an awful lot more. DHL, for example, that one product, bearing in mind that the product total price, you can see it down here, and is $193. Okay, DHL, if you want it quick, it's going to cost you $42 to ship it. You know, that doesn't make a lot of sense to us. Yeah, that's crazy. It just does not make sense. But yeah, if you're interested in getting it a little bit quicker, 20 days is okay. It's going to cost you an extra $146. Okay, so we'll just click that. So your total price now is $339. Does that work with respect to coming over to Amazon? Maybe. We need to look at the numbers. But I just wanted to show you what that shipping meant with respect to free shipping. Free shipping is free shipping, but it could take up to 2 months, or longer. Whereas you can pay a small premium with e-packets and get that within 20 days. Okay, so right, so let's get back into some serious searching with respect to trying to find a product that meets our criteria. Now, this is a typical example Rob was talking about with respect to products that are not that cheap on Aliexpress. You got a product over here, a couple of bucks, $5, all of a sudden you're up to $10. All right, between $10 and $18. Yeah, what these guys are selling on here are potentially individuals that have bought some products and selling them on, i.e., similar place to what Amazon is. Similar. They're doing a similar job to what we're doing. They're buying it from a wholesaler and selling it on, and that's basically what these guys are doing here. Okay, so let's search through it. This is sort of reasonable, one of the sort of the plain-looking ones. But I think the price is too high. We just come down. This looks like a mesh product there. I'm looking for a nice little organizer style so we can actually get that value into the product itself. On something like AliExpress, you just have to do the legwork. You just have to do the searching. And bearing in mind, they've got an awful lot of sort of products listed here. Now, I may not have the right search term, so I'm going to go back and have a look at a seatback organizer in a minute and see if we can get a better looking set of results. Because I'm not looking like I don't like the look of these little clear plastic products here that I'm looking at that AliExpress have given us. So I'm going to go back straight up now and just look at a different search term, seatback organizer. Let's see what that comes up with. And again, I'm just going to wait for that to finish to load. Okay, now I'm just going to press orders. So I'm getting the best sellers at the front. And I'm going to scroll down. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. Okay, so this is more like the organizer where you can actually segregate out your products. We've got a number of products looking exactly the same. But again, you can see this is exactly the same product, same listing, same images, different price. $465, $489. Different seller. They're obviously buying it from the same supplier. This looks exactly the same, but they just haven't got the same images. $490. So it's really a case of searching through until you like something that stands out a little bit. Bearing in mind when you're looking over here, maybe we should go seatback organizers over here and see what we've got sort of comparing. Now it's interesting when you actually do this. You'll see sometimes that we talk about images, and we talk about images quite a lot because they're really, really important. But sometimes the people that are listing their product are quite lazy with respect to they'll just use the supplier's images, stock images. And this looks like a stock image to me. That doesn't look like anyone's done any work on that at all. There's a way to do a quick search on that. You can use Google Image and search for an image, as in drop that photograph into Google, and that you potentially, here we go, there it is. Look. Potentially you can actually find that supplier. This one's $583. What is it selling on Amazon for? $798. Now, to me, that just doesn't work. It could be the case that this Amazon seller is the seller from China, because these days there are more sellers on China, from China on Amazon. Okay, so $16.95, $20. So that's basically what we're looking for. So yeah, when we're scrolling down, we can see an awful lot of sort of potential here. Now these side racks at $256, they go on the side of your seat, allow you to put various different things in and just organize your car a little bit more sensibly. I think when Rob and I looked at this previously, we were looking at sort of putting a bundle together simply to add value, as opposed to just selling exactly what these guys are selling on Amazon already. Put a bundle together and add value. You know, set yourself aside. You know, add value. Make yourself stand out in a crowd. Okay, so we've got this plus the side. That would work. So, you know, so you can see now when we're getting down into more products, this one for $16, so that's no good. So if we take this one here at $5.29, for example, we're just going to do some little bit of research on that one. Didn't like the first one. So we come back on it. We know it's an e-packet, so we know we can get that over for, and sometimes an e-packet will be free. All right, so you just got to search through. The product looks pretty okay. You can, you know, it's got a good organizer section in it. We can see that. So I've got some of the other images. Looks okay from a product point of view. Yeah, I'd be happy enough getting a couple of these and potentially adding a separate product to make a nice bundle. Let's make sure we've got the e-packet. So we've got e-packet here. And again, look at this, look, you know, it's a DHL $53 if you want it within 13 days, whereas e-packet is 20 days, another 7 days, you know, you're getting it for $126. Crazy, huh? But at least we know that we can get that, and we can get that relatively quickly, right? So some of the other things to look at when we're looking down an Aliexpress listing is, what is the feedback? What is the seller's guarantee, and what's some of the feedback from a rating point of view? I did quickly cover this, but it's quite important to have a look at. It's got 413 gold medals out of 500, so 95.2% positive feedback. That's pretty good, and it tells you 4.7 above average. Communication 4.7 above average, shipping speed 4.6 above average. I'm happy enough for that, because I know that if I reach out to this particular supplier, they're going to look after me. They're going to give me a pretty good service. Whereas I have come across a few suppliers on there that are 3 and 2. They're the guys that you need to do your due diligence. You need to make sure that you're actually looking into what the supplier is capable of. All right. So let's have a look at what the product consists of. It's a quantity of 1. So if we need a bundle of 2, we need to double our price. The good thing about that is we can do that at a reasonable price. Okay, just come down, look at the quality of it. This is just going to give you an idea. It's always a very, very good idea to get samples. Okay, get samples from these guys. So it's going to cost you a couple of bucks, or whatever the product cost is. You're going to get it over if you're serious about it. And just get a test order and use those as samples. You can always sell them off somewhere. But don't go blindly ordering 200 of these and send them into Amazon.
Hey, Paul.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to see if I was back up. So one of the things that you'll see here is that sometimes their shipping's out of line too. And that's because they've basically thrown out an estimate and they've not filled in the calculator on how to estimate the shipping. So sometimes if you really like the product, don't feel bad about sending them an email or sending them a message.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've seen that in the past. Payment is another thing you need to be looking at. How are you going to actually pay for these? Some suppliers will say, no, we don't take Visa. No, we don't take PayPal. Western Union's good. I would strongly recommend that you don't send any money over by Western Union. That to me is similar to like, I'll meet you down at the train station. I'm going to leave a suitcase on this seat here. You pick it up, right? And then once you got the money, you send me the goods. To me, that's not a very secure way of doing business. I'd much rather pay via Visa. Preferred route would be PayPal. Much preferred route would be Visa through PayPal. Then you got double cover. Rob's had a very good conversation with the guys at PayPal, and they protect us basically from a buyer's point of view.
And the reason is because you are the customer on that end. You're the Amazon in this deal, so they look out for their customers more. And according to my girl that I spoke with at PayPal, she tends to give me that she worked in disputes area before, and she told me that 99 out of 100 times the purchaser, if you have a problem with the product, it's the one credited back. Now they might make you send it back. It might cost you a little bit of money sometimes, but most of the time you can get all your money back, right away. So
yeah, PayPal disputes always treated me great.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have to be a complete, jerk to not get paid back. You have to be shady to have that happen to you. So definitely dealing with the Chinese. It is, but that's why many Chinese people don't take it, because, in their mind, they're thinking, well, if I take it, I've lost product or I've got taken advantage of. So that happens,
Yes, it does. Yeah, but we need to make sure that we're protected as buyers. Now, I'm on this site down here, and I'm just scrolling down, and similar to what we're seeing over at Amazon, if we scroll down on a particular listing, I'm just going to open this one up, for example. If we scroll down on a particular listing, Amazon actually give us some really good, useful information, as in, like, customers who bought this also bought that. So it gives us an idea of what else we can actually use as a product or as a bundle, or an alternative if we can't actually find what we're looking for. This is also a very good place to do some brainstorming with respect to, I don't really know what product it is, but just start to go down rabbit holes. I quite like that. Now, when you scroll down again, that will give you another option. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I quite like that. Guess what? Aliexpress do the same. When you scroll down on a particular listing, I'm on this listing for the organizer, I'm going to scroll down and it says, okay, from this seller also sells these products. So you can actually whiz along and think, oh, you know what? That would be quite good, because they've got that cool bag organizer on the back. So I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to do one of them, cool bag, and I'm going to do a kickback organizer on the other side. That'll be a quite neat organizer. Oh, hold on a minute. From other sellers. So again, they're giving you more ideas with respect to, don't necessarily just be blinking in to one particular product, one particular seller. Start to explore. This is, when you're looking for a product, when you're searching for a product, this is what you've got to do. You've got to spend quite a bit of time in front of the monitor and just searching through so what you can find. This cool bag organizer is coming up quite a lot. This one here has got for your tablet or your iPad. That may be a different option. You've got a similar one here for your iPad, but look at the price, $10, $16. Totally different price break. I've got a nice stowing, tidying, dark grey. They look quite nice as a set. If I can buy those as a set, that's quite good. Here's that side organizer. Okay, So, and again, we're getting some more ideas as we're flicking through these other options that AliExpress are actually giving us. Great. Thank you very much, Mr. AliExpress. Okay. So once you're doing that, once you're doing that initial search, this net in between, I like that. This cargo net storage. Okay. So another potential option to look at bundling with our first product here, such that we can add value. Now, do the numbers work? I don't know. This is something else you need to start to look at. Once you've found a product, you start to analyze the costs just to make sure that your costs work. In other words, are you going to make any money when you're selling it on Amazon? All right. We already said at the beginning, this is not necessarily the cheapest place to actually buy products from, but it allows you to purchase one-off quantity, one-off. All right. Another thing to look at is how many pieces are available. There's 999 here. We'll call it 1,000 items. Are you going to be the only buyer? No, you're not, because you know that this particular product's selling quite well, because that is one of the search criteria that we look for. We were looking for a seller that had a lot of traffic, a lot of volume going through. Will they restock? Yeah, probably, because they've been selling thousands of these products, because that's what we search for to start with. We're doing that initial criteria. But bearing in mind that sometimes if you've got a supply here with 20 items, again, may not be the best option to go with. So you need to have a look at that. So have a look at the pieces available. How many pieces are available? Because if you get into this product and you go to reorder and they'll go, no, sorry, we're out of stock now. You've got to frantically try and find someone else that's selling exactly the same product. Potentially that is not difficult on something like this, but on some things that could be a bit of a nightmare if you're trying to restock or get products back into Amazon when you're just about to run out or have already run out. So that could be an issue. All right, so that is a very, very quick overview of AliExpress. How do you actually pay for stuff? We've already gone through it. Payment is, it looks like I've got a number of different payments here. I would go with a credit card payment. That's more secure than Western Union. Bank transfer. I get asked quite a few questions with respect to bank transfer. Is that safe? I've used bank transfer in the past. I've had problems with bank transfer in the past, simply because I'm in the Philippines. I don't think there are too many issues when it comes to American banks sending funds over. But like I said, the preferred would be credit card. The number one option would be, if they've got it, is PayPal. If you don't see PayPal listed, reach out to them, contact them. Hi guys, I'm interested in buying some of your products. Do you have PayPal, or can you set up PayPal, or do you accept PayPal? Ask them. Okay, don't be shy about contacting these people. All right.
Hey Paul, let's show them how we swap over. So let's go and we'll look at two more places that I like to search products. Because what I want to do is give everybody as many places you can go get products quickly. Now, none of this means that you can't go directly to Alibaba and source it from a manufacturer and do such, and also be able to find multiple products there, but that will sell you small amounts. Now, is it more difficult? Yes. So that's why up front we try to send you down these some other directions so that you can get yourself up and going and get yourself started. Remember, I don't want you to go all in with your initial money. I want you to get some work and get some ideas what you're doing, maybe make some errors that don't cost you a lot of money. And that's again why we also recommend the Kohl's version of this. This is just another option because they're typically, most of these people aren't gonna take your product and put it together and ship it to Amazon for you. The people on Alibaba, you're probably more likely to do that as well, but so let's go look. So what you can happen is you can go from there, and then so let's just look at the same things on Alibaba wholesale, Paul.
Yeah, so I've gone into Alibaba. And I'm just going to wholesale Alibaba. They are very similar sites, in fact, by Alibaba own Aliexpress, amongst other things. Okay, so there's a subtle difference between this site, which is Alibaba Direct, and this site, which is the wholesale side of the business. Okay, so if you're going to go into Alibaba, it's just www.alibaba.com. Again, sign up for a free account. It doesn't cost you anything. But if you signed up, then you can start to communicate with these different suppliers. If you go into the wholesale, it's wholesale.alibaba.com.
Explain the difference, Paul.
Now, the difference is over here, I'm just going to go through Alibaba to start with. I'm just going to show you a number of different options. Now, I put in seatback organizer, and you'll be able to see down here a ton. In fact, there's 14,076 products shown. Okay, so that little number there shows me. All right, so down here, you'll be able to quickly whiz down. The pricing is a lot better. You'll be able to see down here $1.08 to $1.20. All right, 2.4, all right, to $3. But here's the big but. You need to order 500 off, 300 off, 500 off, 100 here, 200 here. That's pretty reasonable. Here's that cooler, seatback cooler, 500 off. Whereas Aliexpress, we were just talking about the one-off. Okay, you can order one-off. Right, that's the main difference. And a lot of the times you'll be talking to a trading company or the direct manufacturer here on Alibaba. On Aliexpress, it is definitely a mix of trading companies and individual entrepreneurs selling their products from wherever they can source them from. Consequently, the prices do jump up.
No,
All right.
I ask you to set the light.
So,
I guess that wasn't for us.
was that a question, Bill?
What me?
Oh, sorry.
All
Okay, let me jump over to Alibaba wholesale. Now, again, I'm just going to put in the same search term, seatback organizer, and see what comes up. All right. Now, the difference between Alibaba and the wholesale side of it is that Alibaba, you're talking to trading companies and the manufacturer. Over here, you're talking to trading companies and the larger entrepreneur that will buy in bulk, that will to try and sell what they call lots. Okay, a lot or a pallet of whatever the case may be. Now, let's go down and have a look at some of the products or similar products that we're looking for here. You'll be able to see that is here's a good example of 500 pieces is one lot. Okay, there's another one lot here, which is 95 cents, but it's 150 pieces per lot. Okay, so you can buy in lots. Okay, so if I hover over that now, you can see the price break of 150 to 1,199 items is going to cost you $1.10. The next price break is 1,200 to 2,999 at $1. 3,000 or above is 95 cents per item. Okay, but bearing in mind those numbers. 2,000 items at $1 is $2,000. Okay, versus the same product over on Aliexpress going to cost you $6. Okay, similar type of product, but you can now see the price difference between going from Aliexpress over here at a reasonable price $4, $5, call it $5 thereabouts. We jump over to Alibaba, but we know that we can get it for around, I would say, $2.50, potentially a little bit less. But you've definitely got an MOQ. The MOQ is minimum order quantity. Now, if you see a minimum order quantity, you really like the look of the product, you can actually talk to these guys and say, you know what, we're a startup company, or we're expanding. Don't say you're a startup company. Say you're expanding your product range, and you want to start including products like you have, but we're just getting a number of different samples from different suppliers at the moment. We want to go with the best supplier. Now, at the moment, we like the look of your product best. Now, 500 units is a little bit high to start with because we don't know whether our customers will actually take to the product yet. Can we start off with a small order of 100 units? And then if everything goes as planned, in other words, our customers like your products, we don't mind jumping into the MOQ of 500 and potentially more. And a lot of times they will say, yeah, sure, no problems, Mr. Adam. That's fine. All right. They will actually accommodate your requirements and requests. So don't be scared about, because if you look at some of these items, when you do your research on Alibaba, you will see some of these MOQs are 10,000, 100,000, whatever the case may be. Don't let that put you off. If you really like the product, if you really like the price, and you want to investigate, reach out to them and ask for a smaller or start negotiating with them. Now, the wholesale side of things, you won't be able to do that. You know, you're buying per lot. Okay. Now, this particular set of results down here, here's that cooler bag again. We're looking at $3.84 per piece, and it's 500 in the lot. Okay, MOQ is 10 here. So again, you need to do your due diligence. You need to do your searches carefully and find the right product and the right deal. All right. Now, when it comes to shipping from these guys, you won't have e-packet. You're going to have to use, and this is where you were talking about earlier, Bill, how do you ship products from China? Well, in the past, what I've done and what I recommend doing is talk to the supplier. Talk to the supplier. Say, okay, then I'm interested in ordering this particular lot here, for example. Let's open this one up. Okay, so this is not too much. It's 150 units. Okay, and I'm going to be, so 150 units times 110. So you do the maths, it's not too much. Talk to this particular supplier and say, I'm going to buy one lot. Can you give me the best price you can to ship it to? And that's where the dilemma is, because you don't know where to ship it to. Because Amazon have got so many hundreds of different warehouses all over America, you don't know where you're going to ship it to until you place your product shipment plan inside Seller Central. So therefore, I always give them some random address, i.e. Rob's zip code or something like that, because I'm not in the States, or a friend's zip code, and say, just send it over there. In other words, just give them your zip code. Okay, and if you're then reaching out to a number of different suppliers to get quotes, you are comparing apples with apples, because you are getting the same price to ship from China to your address. Now, it doesn't mean to say that you're actually going to ship to your address, but you're just working out some costs at this moment in time. All right, because the difference between shipping to your address and somewhere else in America is going to be minimal. Okay.
Hey, Paul, it looks like, but doesn't it look like on that product? And so always, and don't pay attention too much to what the shipping cost that they'll calculate on these sometimes, because you might see something that costs $3,000 to ship it, and it's really $100. It just depends. They don't have the table in there of their things, but this one looks like, you know, it says it's $250 to ship. What is that? 150. Yeah. So a lot of times what I'll do is when it says buy now, man, I'll go put it in the cart and see what it costs. You know, because if I can do that, that tells me that's actually the number. Now, that may not be the end result of what you want, but what it can be is the opportunity for you to kind of quickly get a cost that you know you could get it for, get enough, and see if it's even worth going further with it, or you know what I mean, or going and spending more time looking at it or whatever. At least right away you can confirm that there's enough margin, even if you use that higher price there of the shipping without getting a number. Sometimes it's just a matter of eliminating a product that you don't need to spend any more time on. Hey, Bill, you got a question. Yeah. Go ahead and ask.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them, but okay, well, I was confused about, I think he already asked that question about going from, you know, Aliexpress to wholesale Alibaba and then going to Alibaba, because I was going directly to Alibaba and trying to get pricing, and I just started the process. But you know, some of these guys are coming back. I just logged on to wholesale to Alibaba while you guys were talking, and you know, some of these wholesalers are giving me back similar pricing as what's available for 100 on wholesale Alibaba.express. So that's a trip. But yeah, well, my question was, do you guys recommend starting out going with, you know, just Aliexpress? I've got a little bit of money. Should I go ahead and shoot for wholesale, or go straight, you know, to the,
here's what I would want you to do. Like, I want you to pick a product and go spend $200 or $300 on it, $200 on it, and you know, maybe do the Kohl's thing, because walking through the process with all your hard-earned money, to me, is where you're going to get yourself caught up. Meaning, so the first time you're going to do a listing, do you want to do it on a product that you just did only the first time, or do you want to do it on the second one when you've kind of walked through? So even if you spend $100 over at Kohl's and get something up and then kind of walk through the process, like we just did one where I spent $50. I got $50 worth of product. I came in, we put it up. And it's just a matter of the ability to be able to get something up there and use it. That's why I like the Kohl's version. But all we're showing you is another alternative where you can, you know, instead of spending $10,000 or $5,000, you can spend $500 and get something going. So it's just kind of an alternative. If you got a little more money, then you can be a little more serious about the product. Maybe get into a product that you do like, but you don't have to spend a tremendous amount. So if you have a little bit of more money, then, you know, the wholesale route or the Aliexpress route or the Banggood route. And Paul, why don't you go ahead while you're doing that real quick and pull up Banggood, and we can show you another source area that you can go into. But so yeah, it really comes down to, I just suggest before you put up your product that you're going to invest $1,500 in or $2,000 in or $2,500 or whatever that number is, that you have something up on Amazon prior to that. Like you know, you understand what a shipping plan is. You understand how and where you adjust your title and your bullet points and how they look, and you know, how to set up your first PPC campaign, how to pick keywords, how to do an automatic campaign. So those are the kind of things that you want to do, so that prior to getting to this next product where you spent, you know, a substantial or more of a substantial amount of money, you're not caught yourself up into, you know, experimenting the first time. I just like you to touch something first. And like I said, if you want to keep it as small as possible, go order 50 items and send them in, you know, from Kohl's. So at least you got something going on. Okay. Or 20 items. But I want you to touch something on Amazon first, right out of the gate. Because first thing is if you do that and you sell something and you get going, then you're going to feel much more confident, because it may take you longer to get through this process the other way. Then, you know,
because I was on about 300 or something and go, you know what I mean? That's probably a bad idea. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to show you this, and then I'm going to show you one thing, and then we'll just put the floor open to everybody, and we'll just ask questions like crazy. If you have something specifically what's on stage, you know, on the screen, certainly stop us as we're going.
All righty, so we're now over at Banggood or Banggood.com.
Banggood.
Now, I tend to like Banggood. All Banggood is a trading company. And they have a warehouse in America. They have warehouses in China. So they do all of this stuff. And here's another opportunity. But the great thing is this is very straightforward. If you want to order it, you click the button, you order it, tells you the price, boom, right there, and you can order 1 to 100. You can pick the price. So what Paul did is he went into Banggood, he searched up backseat organizers, and guess what? They got backseat organizers here.
Yeah, and this is, and again, we're talking about bundles or alternative products to look at. We're looking at the backseat organizer, but these little organizers that go between the seats. I don't know how many of you lost candy, lost coins, lost your phone down there, and it's you can't get it until you stop and get on your hands and knees and just search for it. These little items here are a cool little add-on product to your organizer. So again, we're looking at additional added value so you can actually get yourself noticed in this big list of products here. And again, when we're looking through Banggoods, you're going to see the similar type of product. This is exactly the same image as what it was on Aliexpress, Alibaba, and Alibaba Wholesale, as well as on Amazon. So again, whether it's this particular Chinese seller that's selling these on Amazon because the price was ridiculously low, I don't know. But what they're doing is using the stock images from the supplier's website. Very, very lazy. Don't do that. There are ways, and again, we'll cover that, images later on how to take images. I mean, in fact, we've done a really good call on that in the summer, where we were taking some images, or Rob was taking some images with his smartphone, and how to utilize just a Samsung product to take really good images.
Go ahead and click on that, Paul. Like, we're going to run through an order on that, like the cooler one right there.
Yep. So this ships from the China warehouse, but all right, because it's just showing in there. Sometimes you will see it ships from USA warehouse. All right, so the price of this, they've sold 373, sorry. They've got 5 stars, but only 9 reviews. All right, reasonable. That's okay. I want to buy one off, so let's go and buy it. Bearing in mind, I'm not signed in, but let's see how we get on.
We'll buy 50 of them, so we know. Say we're going to start out with 50.
All right. Let's increase that to 50.
And the reason I like this process on this site is, now, first of all, their pricing is barely wholesale, meaning, you know, you're going to have to definitely find the right product and bundle it. But so if you buy 50 of them, but you can kind of proof of concept here. Well, I can get my hands on a product this way, this much. Now, I can start and do a test order of 50 like we talked about, or 20, and just get something in there that's very similar to the product maybe you want to sell ultimately, and you want to source, you know, right from a manufacturer, whatever it is. But this gives you an opportunity to get something in there, kind of learn about the product area. So if you can find a product that you like and then do a smaller version, I just did with a client, we did the exact same product, but we did like a super cheap version of it. And we just sent it in and we listed it so that we could get ideas for keywords, you know, bids on pay-per-click, what they were going to cost. Just, you know, it gave us the opportunity to kind of get in there and get our hands wet without, you know, risking tons of money. And this is a great way. So let's assume you're going to get something a little nicer or something different, or you might customize or something. But this is the opportunity for you to get 50 of them. So it's $253. And then let's go down through the rest.
Well, the good thing about this is that if you have a look at the shipping, now air parcel registered, you're going to get that within 7 to 20 days, and that's no additional cost. Look at this, free shipping. All right, shipping 0000. All right. However, we could expedite that. You know, we could bring that down to 8 days if we wanted it, for an additional $8, $8.61 to be precise. But we could actually pay more to get it slower.
So yeah,
it's just a different service. That's all. All right. So for an extra $8.61, we could get that basically in a week or thereabouts, a week and a day.
So put that in the process there. So what that's saying is today everybody on this call could go to Banggood, find something, get the price, be able to do everything that you need to do to be able to start this product and have it here in 5 to 8 days. Now this is a company that's been around for a while, so you don't have to worry about, you know, things being out of whack or anything out of this place. They do lots and lots of business, so it's a pretty secure site. Now, if you want to get something and get a test product on it, well, you see, you can just order one. They'll ship it to you in one. You know, pay a little bit extra money and get it here a little quicker, just depending on what you want to do. But this is a great way to get really nicer products. Now, the pricing is typically going to be the issue because there's not tons of room, you know, in margin. But you saw this one was $5. What did that sell for? What does the cooler one sell for over on Amazon?
$6, I think.
$6.
Yeah, I believe $7.89. I believe they've got to be doing a sale on that. Let me have a look at sort of keepers, see what they're doing on it, because there can't be a sustainable price unless it is the supplier from China that's actually listed it. I'll wait for this to load.
Is it in? Are they shipping it themselves or is it FBA?
FBA.
Yeah. Wait a second. Go up here. Look, there's a variation. Sometimes the variation's nonsense.
This is the standard size. We've got the big size. We've got the big new material. We've got the standard.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have various different sort of combinations that they're actually listing on there.
This product used to sell, and that's what tells you how a market changes. That product used to sell for like $34.
Yep.
Because competition, you know.
We looked at that about a year ago, didn't we?
Yes.
Maybe longer. So anyway, back over here. Now, again, you just need to do your numbers. Now, this wouldn't work. Obviously, this is the wrong product to actually go with because the figures don't work out. But it just shows you, we're just walking you through the process. Yeah, if you can apply the process to the right product, it will work. Now, let's go and have a look over on the right-hand side here. So a little bit more information from Banggood. We want to ship it to the States, and I'm in US dollars. Excuse me. We've got PayPal. We've got credit card or debit card you can pay for. It gives you the total amount. So it's very, very clear straight off. Leave a message. If you need to leave a message, whatever, you'll notice up here it's a drop shipping order. So in this message, if you're drop shipping that one particular product, this is a drop ship order. Please do not include the invoice, for example. And then you would just check out, just go to PayPal and just pay for the goods. And once that is processed, in other words, once your payment is clear, you're going to get that product shipped out and you will be receiving that within 5 to 8 days. Simple as that. That's how easy it is. So we've gone from Aliexpress over to Alibaba. Then we had a look at Alibaba wholesale. And again, you can check this yourself. You can go through all of these different price ranges and brackets you will see. Then we've gone over to Banggood. Similar type of product, same product, different price variations, different shipping methods, different shipping times, but at least it allows you to get in the game with minimal investment, minimal risk, and basically what you're doing is you're on that diving board and allows you to actually dive in with a little bit of confidence.
All right, so that's kind of the process there, and that, I mean, what that all is about, it's about one thing: getting the product up and getting it listed as soon as possible. Now, is this going to be your long-term product? Maybe, maybe not. But like with a story we always tell, which was that our buddy started out, one of our people started out with $350, and the next thing you know, they're doing $6,000, $7,000 a month. And if I swear to you, when I looked at the product, I actually got a sample of it and got it, and I thought, oh gosh, this is going to be a disaster. And next thing I know, well, I don't know, that's the wrong word. I just looked at the product. I thought the product was junk. I wouldn't buy it. I didn't really like it. But I mean, again, this was their experimental kind of thing. And the next thing you know, he's selling $5,000 or $6,000 a month of this thing. So, I have a cousin who was a recording artist, and I remember when he played me this song, he said, "Oh, I got the song. And I listened to it. I thought, this is the worst song ever." Well, 5 years later, we had a top 25 hit with it. And, he said, next time I'm gonna let you listen to all my music and tell me, which ones suck so I can pick them. So, I'm obviously, I don't see them all. So, bottom line is, you never know. You can get some solid data, and then, you just got to keep forging through. But like the process that we showed you today is really about trying to get yourself going. Because I'm just telling you this, if it takes you 90 days to get a product that you really like and you spend some time, maybe you customize it a little bit, it takes you 90, 120 days. If there's a delay in there, now all of a sudden, if I'm telling you, well, you're going to start your business, you're going to get going, and it might be February, your mind doesn't get yourself around that. But if you can get a product up now, source it, get it up there, then, you're going to feel much more accomplished, and the likelihood that you go to the second round is just much greater. Now, also realize this, if you're not selling, you're not going to be able to get anything listed until mid-December at this point. So you guys have a little more time than people usually do as far as when you could put something up. I mean, they've already closed out the Christmas area, so that's it's a little bit different at this time just because of that.
Did you have anything else to show us, Rob? Alternatives or?
Well, real quick, and then we'll get to everyone's questions. But let me see here. Can you see that? I'm looking at your screen now, but
Yeah, let me stop sharing. Give it over to you.
You got me? Am I up and going? Yeah. Infinity screen. There you go. You guys can see me, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So what I was doing while you guys were goofing around, I was trying to do this backwards, I call engineering from the backside, meaning I'm going to go right to Alibaba and I'm just going to start searching for stuff. There's millions of products on here. Just spend some time searching and then go back into Amazon and see what it's doing there. Like, so because what'll happen is sometimes you'll get stuck and looking and analyzing products on Amazon and you're, oh gosh, I'm just bored. I'm not finding nothing. So then just switch it up. There is no rule here. Find a product and analyze it. That's all you can do. So there's no rule. But so what I was doing was I was just goofing around and I clicked and I went down to home and garden. Then I went to outdoor and I ended up in here. So I was rolling, I was trying to look for products that I liked, in the fishing area. So I was going through and, the thing is, so let's assume like a fishing vest. Well, the problem with the fishing vest or waterproof gloves or whatever, we don't want to get into sizes. If it's not a uniform fit, you don't want it because what happens, think about it. If you have to order small, medium, and large, and you got to order 10 of each one, you just spent 50 on different products, so you may not know which one sells most or whatever it might be. But anyway, so I was just going down and looking, and sometimes, it's just repetitive, but I look and, I'll click on things I like, little fishing net, plastic mesh oyster bag, that looked neat. So then I got down to here and I was down in here and had premium related products. And I thought, oh, let me look at this. That looked neat, looked like, I don't know for sure what it was, but it looked, different than the other things I've been looking at. So then I clicked it. And then that got me over to here. So I thought, oh, that's kind of neat. Little diver's buoy. It wasn't really for fishing, I think, in the end of the day. And sometimes you got to be aware that this is not the keywords that you may want because it's a Chinese company and they may not understand how it goes. But then as I was looking, this one looks kind of cheap if you ask me if I'm looking at it. But it's for divers, and so then I went and then I was looking over here on the side and then I saw this one. So this one to me, you can just tell, look at look at the difference in the quality of that one as opposed, you can just see the material's nicer. You know what I mean? It's a much nicer deal. So now all of a sudden, okay. All right. So then I thought, well, let me jump over. I jumped over to Amazon, and here I am with the diver's float. And I'm looking, and so here we are on the front page. Now there wasn't so we're already. I mean, there's not a ton of them. It looks like now. I'm not. I'm not delved deep into this, but it didn't look like there's a much. So I went back to the front page. So we go back to that front page. So I said, well, let's figure out how much money this thing's doing. So I hit my handy dandy Jungle Scout. So lo and behold, there isn't a ton of money in this. Scuba mask, inflatable float, dive flag. So, but my thought process is what I'm thinking is there's another keyword out there that maybe I don't have. Or if there's still 1,000, there's, there is some money. It's not very much at all. This one guy right here. So I want to know where that guy's at because I want to know what flag and float. Dive flag. Maybe that's. So anyway, I'm just showing you that, I went from someplace on here and I thought, you see how just to me, man, sometimes you just got to go with what it looks like. Am I getting an exact deal? But I know that doesn't look like that shiny plastic. It looks like it's made more out of like that, the cloth material. It just looks more quality. And again, I don't know if this is a viable product, but that's the kind of things that I'm looking for when I see something. Well, what is it that, is that a little different? Is it, is it the quality a little different? Is there something, so over here on Amazon, as you can see, this is the kind of product I love. I don't want something that all of them look the same. You see how they're different and they have different ways they look and they're not the same. And what happens is if you get something, I'm in a group here in Chiang Mai and we're doing a group project. And what was that, a coffee stamp or what was that, Paul? They put up yesterday.
Yeah, it was one of the guys found a tamper, what they call a tamper, when you're putting your ground coffee into the little bowl. I don't even know what it's called, for when you're making the coffee, when you actually put it into the percolator, wherever it is. One of those coffee tamper.
Right. So here's what I want you to look at, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So we look at this page, and we looked at that page, and there's a bunch of different. Now watch. Oh, there's a stainless steel one that has a round base. Oh, there's a stainless steel one that has looks like an air balloon. Oh, there's one. Oh, this one has a curved in it. This one. So, it's got a wooden handle. It's got a blue handle. A wooden handle, a different color handle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no variance in this thing. Meaning, like, the difference between the top one and the bottom one, how many pages deep are you going to go into this? Are you going to go 20 pages deep into it?
I reckon you could go a lot more.
Well, whatever it might be. Well, you can see it's already fallen off. There's already other things. But, okay, that's a nice one. But it's a $30 one. There's a cheap one, 11. But my only point is there's just not a lot of variation to this product. They all look essentially the same. And the point is that you want to look for a product, like I was showing you, there's different versions of this. You know what I mean? There's yellow ones, and they look more quality. Here's that one like you just saw on there already. There's a dive bell one. But there are different ones that looks different, and some of them may serve different purposes, but you just don't want to get yourself in a product where it's all the same. If you're just going to join 400 people of the same exact product, well, how are you going to compete with those people? They're already there. They're already established. You're just selling a product just like theirs. You know, unless you're going to be a price person, you're going to go, okay, everybody else is selling for this. I think I get in there and I can sell $1 less than everybody else, and that's your purpose. Well, okay, that's a more sound strategy. I don't know that I'd start out of the gate. You need to have a little bit more cash to be able to play with that, because what if all of a sudden everybody else drops like those cart seat back organizers? I'm telling you, a year and a half ago, there wasn't one on there that wasn't $28, $25. Now they're down to nothing. That's good if you need a car and a car back seat organizer. That's good for you. If you're selling them, it's not good for you. So, you know, just keep that in mind, that you can go backwards. So you can start out here and just go through. There's some stuff here in the U.S. warehouse, and I don't know, they've got it in the U.S. That means you obviously can get it quicker. You know, so there's a lot of ways you can do this. We just showed you 3 or 4 to get you into different areas. But that idea of trying to find things that are the same but different, you know, things like this that stand out, that are just unique. Like, I haven't heard, what is a HDP plastic oyster mesh oyster bag? I don't know. I never did oyster fishing or oyster anything. I don't know. Maybe it just helps. I don't even know if there's a market on Amazon. It doesn't matter. We're just trying to get you started and going in the direction. All right. All right, guys, let's get you back to stop presenting. Thanks for listening to this Amazon Gorillas workshop. I hope you learned enough to make this time you spent worthwhile. Please visit our website at 123amazon.net for a ton of more free training materials. We release new training weekly, so subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Any links you need are in the description below that we talked about in this video. There may be a link right here on the screen. If you're interested in joining the Gorillas group I spoke about at the beginning of this video, please click below and we can talk personally about your business. If you give me just one more minute, I want to share some really cool information that could help your business dramatically. The Amazon Gorillas are hosting a free webinar, How to Find a Product to Sell, on Amazon's FBA partnering program that allows virtually anyone to sell their products to their 250 million customers. We're going to teach you 30 specific attributes of winning products, and we'll share the Amazon Gorillas 7-step success strategy. This webinar will give you the confidence to start your own online Amazon business. If you're confused or overwhelmed by the Amazon information jungle, this webinar is for you. We're going to help you take the fear you have about picking a product away. You'll learn the 30 specific attributes that great products have in common. And you'll find out what products to avoid and what products have too much competition or too little competition. We're going to show you how to find weak competitors and great opportunity. Just for coming to the webinar, we're going to give you a free copy of our Super Product Selector. It's a product evaluation tool that will become invaluable and help you finally start your online Amazon business. Click the link below and register for this informative and possibly life-changing webinar. You can start a successful online Amazon business with the help of this free webinar. Take action and change your financial future.